It's Q&A time. What's going on, guys? Forrest here, Cichlid Man 09. I'm sitting in a chair in front of a tank with some cichlids in it. That means it is time for us to do some Q&A time. You guys send me questions, I answer the questions. Whether or not those are right answers remains to be seen. But if you want to send me questions, I'm sure I'll put it up on the screen. It's also in the description below. cichlidman09@gmail.com. If you want to send some questions, hopefully I'll be able to answer it on a video starting this week, today, right now. Starting this week, Q&A time is going to be a weekly series every Wednesday, so you guys can expect it to be up consistently every single Wednesday. So it's not just like a, is he going to post a video? I don't know if he's going to post a video. Oh, he posted a video. Is it a Q&A time? No, it's a vlog. Oh, he posted a video today. It's Q&A time? Whatever. No, every Wednesday you guys can expect a Q&A time. It's hard to talk to yourself so much, and I do it a lot. But other than that, every Wednesday, expect the Q&A to drop from this channel. Expect it. Other than that, I don't got anything else to say to you guys other than let's get this Q&A started. And how do we start things? Usually with question number 1. Let's get to it from Stephen Bailey. What's going on, Stephen? I raise tilapias. I'm having a lot of babies batch after batch. 400 to 800 a batch. That is a lot of babies. If people did that, that'd be crazy. I have them in 20-gallon and 10-gallon, but it's hell keeping water clean. No, I don't have sponge filters yet. Okay. My question is, wouldn't it be better if they were in a larger amount of water? Now, do I raise tilapias? Do I grow tilapias? Do I breed tilapias? No. Does that mean I don't have experience on the premise that fish require more water? I don't know if that, maybe. So basically, how this works: mow water, mow better. Mow water, mow better. T-shirt idea, wristband idea. By the way, go to the website. Basically, what it comes down to is if you're having trouble keeping your water clean in a 20-gallon and a 10-gallon, you probably should have some sort of filtration. I'm not sure by that email if you actually do have filtration on the tanks. You should have some sort of filtration, be that a sponge filter, air stone, whatever, hang on back filter. So that comes first and foremost because you got to be doing some biological cycle somehow. But the basic rule of thumb, no matter if the fish is this big or this big, is the more water that fish is allowed to occupy, the better the life that fish is more than likely to be able to live. The more stable water conditions you can have, and that's really what it comes down to, is water condition stability. Water condition stability. The bigger volume of water you can occupy a space within the aquarium with, the easier it is to maintain those parameters within that aquarium to acceptable levels. The smaller that aquarium is, meaning your concentrations are much, much higher and in a much more enclosed area, like you can't even see out of it, that means there's a higher risk for, potentially hazardous things causing more problems. Nitrates in a 5,000-gallon aquarium take a much longer time to build up than if you were in an 8-gallon aquarium. That's just the basic principle of it. So, in the specific example of tilapias, because more water is better, then yes, the answer is put them in a larger amount of water and probably add some sort of filtration unit, be that a sponge filter, hang on back, whatever. Because if you're breeding fish, it's very important to be keeping up with that stuff. So let's go to question number 2. Thanks for the question, Stephen. Question number 2. Let's go to question number 2 from Kyle Warren. Your channel is awesome. I learn and hear new theories / info that I can't find in forums. That's what this is all about. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. So, now for the questions. What kind of fish is Hulk? He's not a fish, he's a superhero. He is an Amphilophus hogaboomerum. Put it on the screen. Spitting everywhere. Next question within your question. Amphilophus hogaboomerum, part of the Amphilophus complex. You can go to PetSmart and Petco. See where it says Red Devil Midas. Same family of fish. It's probably, it's within that same genre of fish that you see pretty much everywhere. A little bit more on the rare side, and a little bit more on the awesome side. But antelope is Hoga Boorum. I like to call them Hoga. All right. What is your opinion on hybrids? I believe I discussed this a little bit in our last Q&A video. One of these days I'm going to do a full-on hybrids video. But the basic premise on my opinion on hybrids is do what you want to do. I'm not somebody who's going to be like, you can't do this, you can't do this, it's unnatural, it's blah, 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 blah. That's not my place. Absolutely not. Do whatever the heck you want to do. The main point that I will say drives me absolutely insane is misrepresentation of fish. If fish A is fish A, do not sell it as fish XYZ. Make sense? If a fish is a fish and you know what kind of fish it is, sell it as that fish. If you don't know what kind of fish you've got and it's some kind of mixed hybrid, make sure that's known. Don't just be like, well, because it looks like a trimac, I think it's a trimac. So we're just going to call it a trimac, breed it, and sell it to 500 people. Because the problem is if that fish is not a pure trimac, what you've just done is tell 500 different people that you have a pure trimac. And those 500 people start breeding their fish, and say 1,000 more fish go out. And it's kind of a Rolling Stone gathers moss situation where it's like, this stuff can compound and compound and compound and create big problems. And basically what happens is these fish that are often found in hybrids that do resemble hybrids, like trimacs and other fish out there, it is really difficult to find a pure version of these fish because of the misrepresentation that people have done in distributing hybrids as pure fish or distributing pure fish as hybrids, whatever the heck it is. My main thing, and I'll just finish this right now, is represent your fish as what it is and not what you think it is. It needs to be a for sure. You need to track back to the first owner 400 years ago and figure out what the heck this fish actually is. And if you don't know, don't pretend like you know. If you don't know, don't pretend like you know. And that's the biggest thing I can say is faking it till you make it is not the best way to go if you're unsure on what kind of fish you have, or if you do end up spawning a pair of fish that aren't the same species. Make sure that those fish are explained as what they're supposed to be. So that's a little short snippet on my opinion on hybrids. Like I said, we'll do a full video on me just kind of ranting about what I think about hybrids and the whole situation about that stuff. But for me, do whatever the heck you want to do, but represent your fish as what they are. That's the most important thing to me, so that people in the hobby know what they're getting, and what they're getting is what they believe that they're getting, and not some BS fish that they have no idea what the heck it is. Let's move on to question number 3. Question number 3 is from Shamad. I think that's how you say it. Okay, I have a question. You better have a question, because this is what this is for. Now, when you talk about the umbi and gorillas, are they the same fish? I heard of the gorillas blue and black, so what is the difference if there is any? So, gorillas umbi and regular umbi are basically the same fish, they just look different. It means they're caught in a different location, different kind of fish. I don't know if someday they might be described as different species within the same genus, but for right now, they're still umbriform, so that's what we're going to refer to them as. They're the same fish. They look different. That's just me. Now, there are 2 different types of gorillas. And I'm not going to say 2 different types because I don't believe they're 100% different fish, because they very much look very similar. The females do have some differences that you can see. The gorillas black and the gorillas blue. Basically, when Chris went down and collected these fish, Mr. Umbi King, by the way, shout out to Umbi King for doing an amazing job at bringing these fish back into the hobby the right way and doing everything the right way, is he caught fish in different locations. And when you do that, you usually just tag that location. And so what he did is, one location, the gorillas black, has a little bit of a different look to it, and the other location, gorillas blue, has a little bit of a different look to it. So that's basically what it is. They're 2 different locations. I don't know where I'm going with this. Locales of gorillas umbi. They're gorgeous, they're amazing, and I love them. But when you say gorillas black, gorillas blue, they really are 2 different types of fish. Set up by sets of parents, 2 different sets of parents, brought in from 2 different locations, for what I understand. So, that's about all I got for you. The next question. And so our next and last question, question number 46, comes from Ricardo Fernandez. Okay, so I've been watching your videos for a couple months now, and I've never even owned a cichlid. I like to be informed before diving into things. You're a genius, and I love it. And I recently was given a 29-gallon aquarium along with a heater and filter and want to know if I can keep any cichlids in it. Yes. What are my options, if any, and what would you recommend for a newbie like me? 29-gallon for a newbie to cichlids, classic fish, classic fish, classic fish. Get a pair of convicts. I know it's very much, for anybody who knows what a convict is, it's very much a cliche Central American cichlid, but the fact that it's so awesome is what has created it to become a cliche Central American cichlid. Archocentris nigrofasciata, something like that. Look it up. Just look up convict cichlid on the Google Nature. Convict. Picture, image. Forum. Convict cichlid. Anything in that general genre. In a 29-gallon, you're going to want fish that probably stay 3 to 4 inches. Convicts maybe get a little bit bigger than that, but it's going to take some time. But what it's going to do is it's going to, first things first, they're a very easy fish to breed. So you get a couple of them, male and a female, you're going to have some spawning eventually. And it's going to really, instill that what is keeping Central American, South American cichlids and why it's so awesome. So for me, if I were to be like, you know what, you got a 29-gallon, you want to get into cichlids, get some convicts. They're cheap, they're easy, they reproduce like crazy. You can put them in your salad. Maybe you can't do that. But yeah, that's what I would do, Ricardo. Thank you for the question, and I think that's about all we've got for you guys today. You didn't think that was the end, of course. Thanks everybody so much for watching. If you're new and you haven't clicked that fantastic button I like to call the subscribe button, I'll put it right in there. If you haven't clicked that button, go ahead and click it. If you like today's video, there's a thumbs up somewhere. Go click the thumbs up. If you want to get yourself a Cichlid Man 09 bracelet, go to the website forcichlids.squarespace.com. Use the offer code 4 and 3 zeros, 4,000 to get 50% off your order, and I'll send it to you. Go over to the Facebook page, links in the description below. Go thumbs up, go like that page, do some random stuff on there. Like I said, expect new Q&As every single Wednesday. I know that's tough for me to do, but we're going to do it, and I guarantee we're going to do it. And it's because you guys are so awesome and you guys are so amazing, and I appreciate you guys so much. My camera's running out of battery, so we're going to see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. And our piece of advice today is if you're going to luge down a hill with rollerblades, make sure they still have their wheels. I think that's about it. Peace out, YouTube. Catch you guys next time, probably for a vlog or something else. I have no idea. You have no idea. But we're going to find out.